Alright, so quick recap. Here's where we started. Bought a house, and in our retaining wall out the front was a native hive. The plan was to butt it, so we put this box here, run a tube from here to here, and then the bees have to go through this box to get out, and they basically end up setting up shop in here. Eventually they put some brood in there, hopefully, and you get a hive. So you're getting 2 hives then. They install their own queen there, the original queen stays in here. We had lots of swarms, we've always had lots of swarms, and the first day I put this in, we had a massive swarm, and I got real panicked and I didn't know what to do because they were still getting used to this box. I just let it ride, it seemed to sort itself out. A week later I got another massive swarm and I decided, what the hell, let's capture that swarm. So I cut this off, I blocked that off, as seen in one of my other videos I think. Left this blocked for a couple of days with some fly screen so that they wouldn't come out and get confused. Let the swarm win this box, which they did, I think. A couple of days later, open this up, and they seem to be, so these guys are using their box, their entry, and these guys are using their entry. There's not a huge amount of coming and going on this one, but they all seem to be hanging out just inside the entrance. Not sure if you can see there, but they're just hanging out just inside the entry there. But they are coming and going a little bit, but I guess a lot of the foragers and workers were in here and would have either been subjugated or killed, I guess, in the swarm. But there are still some coming and going here, but once the brood progresses, they'll come back and they'll be fine, because this is a pretty strong hive in here, I think. And this one here is a week or 6 days actually since the swarm took over. They've been getting quite hot, so I put a little bit of a thing on it. And what we might do now is just split her open and have a bit of a squizzy and see what they've been up to. Let's have a look. They are, yeah, I'm going to say it, they're busy as bees in there. So, let's see if I can get some focus. So this is the entrance hole, let's see here, and they have really started to build some structures on there. I mean, they've almost got it up to the roof. I say roof, this plastic bit. They've got more stuff around the side here, which I think is maybe some food stores to get them through, so they haven't got any food pods yet, but that's the next best thing, I guess. And they're going to start building down from that as well, I assume. There's lots going on right down the bottom there. You can see some towers being built. Not sure. Let me get a bit of shade here so I can. There we go. So that used to be where the mother hive had its entrance coming in. I'm trying to get some focus here, it's not really working. The same thing, they've eaten that right down and they've started spreading it out. Let's see. If we get right down like this. I don't know if we can focus, but I've just seen, just down here, right there, looks like they've got some pots being built. So they look like some food stores. So that's where honey and pollen is going to go. And there are lots of structures there. I can't see any of the, I forget what they call it, but they basically build a secure wall around where the brood goes. I'm not seeing much of that, so that concerns me, but we'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks. Bees live for about 100 days, so we've got a minimum of time for them to get their brood started. But hopefully they can get a bit of a brood started and get a queen in there. I mean, there may already be a queen in there, I just don't know enough about it, to be honest. But they have really built fast. They built more in a week than the mother hive did when I was still splitting it. Mother hive was probably a week or two before I decided to capture this thing, and they were busy, but they kind of built the tube out, maybe built an inch of tube, and some of this stuff. This is 6 days and they have absolutely gone burko, so they're really getting to work, which is promising, because I assume they've got to get ready for the queen. Giddy up.